Good evening. I'd like to thank you for inviting me to this meeting in which I could share some of the research that I've found in exploring Fleet Feet and their company and the strategy that they've utilized in the past and how that has been effective and ways that we can improve that as well. Just a quick introduction. Fleet Feet Sports is a running specialty retail store. It is a chain located across the country with individual franchise owners. Fleet Feet has 3 locations in Ohio, including one in Columbus. Fleet Feet, they divide their company into 5 major areas. The first is obviously going to be retail, and that's where a lot of the big money is made. That's going to be the sales in store of running shoes, running products, including apparel, electronics, hydration, and injury prevention. Secondly, Fleet Feet has just installed a Fit for Life physical therapy program in the back of their store. While Fleet Feet does not gain profits from this section of the operation, it does help bring in a lot of customers, especially a lot of runners who are dealing with injuries, and it's just another way to get customers in the store. Third, Fleet Feet has its own race management program called Premier Races, and that is where they will sponsor and time and run many different races throughout Central Ohio. We also have training groups in which Fleet Feet is reaching out in the community by coaching new runners, experienced runners, runners who are looking to run their first marathon, and just various different training programs to get the community involved and to also bring those customers in the store. Lastly, Fleet Feet's 5th focus is going to be on team sports, so whether it be high school, middle school, college sports. A lot of marketing is geared towards bringing in those student athletes into the store to buy running shoes, spikes, and so forth. Fleet Feet's mission really is to be more than just a running store, but more of a community, bringing people into the family of running, and not only just giving them a pair of running shoes that works, but also walking along with them in their journey, encouraging them through training groups and races. Really, a lot of the long-time loyal customers to Fleet Feet are well known by the employees, and it definitely has a family-type atmosphere. The current strategy that Fleet Feet uses is focused differentiation strategy. There's a lot of competitors in the area, a lot of other running specialty stores, such as Columbus Running Company, Second Soul, Roadrunner, etc. And there's also a lot of competition with your larger stores, such as Dick's Sporting Goods, who are going to be, they're not going to specialize in running, but they're still going to offer those same shoes and products. So with the focused differentiation strategy, Fleet Feet is reliant on their fit process. The fit process, just a quick rundown, the employees and the sales associates will take quick measurements of the customer's feet. They will ask about injuries and history and how much they're running, and just various questions to gain as much information as possible. They'll watch the client run on the treadmill, take a quick video of that, and analyze their gait, which is just kind of looking at their foot strike and matching them to a shoe that they're going to need, whether that be a stability shoe or a neutral shoe. And then finally, the last part of that process is where the sales associate will pull out 2 or 3 pairs of running shoes that they think would be the best fit for the customer. And then from there on, it's just experiencing the shoe, getting the shoe on the customer's foot and seeing which one they like best. So along with that, I mentioned the high levels of competition, especially in the area. So this is going to be one of the major challenges for Fleet Feet. They want to gain market share and prove that their store is the best, to set their store apart by some sustainable competitive advantage. So to do this, employees have to have top-notch training. That's where they've kind of relied on in the past, is their employees' training. They go through a lengthy training process that really is ongoing throughout a sales associate's career with Fleet Feet. So So in order to just kind of sustain this competitive advantage, the employees have to be top-notch as far as knowledge goes with running injuries and with the latest running shoes and technologies, and also in matching customers to the proper shoes, so that they're not getting hurt, but rather that they're helping customers along in their running. So in order to address this problem of gaining market share and setting Fleet Feet apart from the rest of the competition, I have 3 primary strategies. The first strategy is going to be a discount strategy where all first-time customers are given a discount on a pair of running shoes. So to go along with this, I'm going to be recommending a 20% discount. That's the amount that we give to high school student athletes. And I think it's a fair amount to start with, and something to kind of maybe tweak a little bit down the road if another discount would work a little bit better. So why the discounts? In retail, a loyal customer is infinitely better than a one-time customer, whereas a one-time customer might stop in one time to pick up a pair of shoes or a running jacket or something like that. A loyal customer is going to be a customer who is invested in the company, who will get all their running shoes from the store, as well as their apparel, hydration, nutrition needs, and now even needs in physical therapy with dealing with injuries. So this is really aimed at, first of all, just getting customers in the store. With Fleet Feet's focused differentiation strategy, they're really leaning on the fact that if a customer comes in the store, they truly believe that that customer will love the service and that they'll come back. So this 20% discount is just a way to get the customer in the store, give them something to be happy about, something to look forward to, and a reason to really come in the store, especially if they're first started into running. The requirements with this discount, obviously, they would need to go through the fit process just so that they're experiencing what the company is about, and they kind of get a feel for that character of the company. And secondly, this discount, it's really a small sacrifice in the long term for a loyal customer. The $20 to $30 that the company may lose on that first pair of shoes will be more than made up for down the road if that customer chooses to return to Fleet Feet again and again. And this is also going to be a very measurable goal. It's something where you can use the database that RIC software offers at the point of sale, and just kind of take some numbers from those customers down the road, a year down the road, and see, first of all, how many of them came back, and of the ones who came back, how many are in training groups, how much money are they spending on average at the store, and you can really gauge the success that way. Implementing this is going to be very simple. Not a lot of changes need to be done. Each customer is creating an account in the store, and that just helps the employees track purchase history, and it also enrolls them into the rewards program. So if the customer doesn't have an account, just have them take them through the fit process, and if they like what they get and they decide to buy a pair of shoes, give them that 20% discount as you're putting their name into the system. The second strategy I'm going to recommend is dealing with training. As I mentioned before, training is going to be the one thing that's really going to set this store apart from its competitors. Employee training, having a very knowledgeable employee and a very good salesperson is very hard to beat. It's a very rare thing in the industry, and it's a very valuable thing that the store should continue to pursue. I'm going to reference here the learning pyramid. So the learning pyramid, basically, its main conclusion is that active learning is going to be more effective than passive learning. So, for instance, a student or someone learning a task is going to retain more knowledge if they're involved in the process of learning than if they're just listening to a lecture or watching a video, and things like that. So the current training system, and this is in my report, it involves so each new employee gets a binder. It's got 2 weeks of schedule, and in that schedule each day, the employee is trying new things and learning about a different topic. So my recommendation is that the new employees will actually train the newest employees. So an employee that was there for 3 months will be one of the employees primarily responsible for training the newest employee. This might sound scary at first, but it is an incentive for the new employee to learn the stuff as fast as they can. And it's also a way for them to gain confidence and retain their own knowledge by teaching this and passing it forward. In addition, this is going to take a heavy burden off of the manager. Each store only has one manager that's in charge of training, and those managers also happen to be the most busy people at the store. So it just kind of gives them one less thing to do. It kind of spreads it out a little bit. But to ensure that this training is consistent and that the newest employees aren't coming in and getting bad training, we're going to have each of the full-time workers, the most experienced workers, they're going to be specializing, as you will, in one topic, and they will be helping the new employee who is teaching the subject. They will be helping them along with that and teaching the brand new employee that just came in. In implementing this, you're still going to use the same schedule. It's just going to be a matter of taking that burden off of the manager, dispersing it among the employees in the store, and helping them to participate in this training. It's going to boost employee morale. It's going to give people more responsibilities, and that's been shown to just kind of give an incentive and help people enjoy their jobs and like what they do. The third and final strategy that I'm going to present tonight involves shoe buying. So inventory is a very big issue. We never know how many shoes we're going to sell, what shoes we're going to sell, what brands, and it's hard to predict that. And it's a very crucial thing to get right as we're ordering shoes. Our futures orders are ordered months in advance. So our shoe buyer may buy a large bulk order of Nike shoes in January and not have those get in until July. In the futures, orders are going to be cheaper than the fill orders, which are the quick fill-in orders of the gaps in inventory. So getting this right helps the firm become way more efficient, and it's gonna increase the bottom line, as we won't be wasting money by selling clearance shoes. Once a shoe updates, which is at least once a year, the older models are going to go out on the clearance, and they're going to be sold for 50% of the price. So avoiding that as much as possible will help us optimize profit. The implementation of this is going to require a lot of utilizing the customer databases and the customer accounts, seeing what they've ordered in the past. It's going to require looking at the history of sales for each shoe type, each brand, and each size, and kind of statistically analyzing each of these to make sure that we're ordering more 9s than size 14s. And it also involves kind of customizing our orders to our customer base. So for instance, if we have one loyal customer who wears a size 14 wide of a Brooks shoe, then we want to make sure that we always have that shoe in stock, so that we're catering to his needs. I believe that with the implementation of these 3 strategies, you're going to increase customer loyalty. So you're not only going to get customers in the door, but you're going to keep them coming back. You're also going to create a happier workplace where the employees love what they do, and where they're excelling at knowledge and at selling these things that they just know a lot about. And that's going to be a significant competitive advantage over the rest of the industry. And sustaining that is the main goal here. And I believe that if you adopt these 3 strategies, that your company is going to improve. We saw a 5% increase in profit from last year to this year. And I believe that with these strategies, you're going to see a bigger boost even than that. Thank you for your time tonight.